barbecue. Who got the potato salad?
And we live. We live.
Put the right shit
We
in there.
live. We live.
Hey. All
What you know
right.
about that? What y'all know about that? Y'all know shit about that.
That's that old school.
We live, baby. We live, baby.
Yo, man, we forgot to talk because we was jamming over here on the old school cookout music. Nah, they can't see that, bro, on the podcast.
I want them to see anything.
What up? Welcome to the Whiskey Conversation Podcast. Everybody, what's up? How y'all doing? Everybody good? But y'all know how we always started, man, with a toast. So glasses up.
Yeah.
We ain't got no sponsor this week, so we just gonna toast to health and good life.
Oh, yeah.
Toast to healthy conversation.
In these plastic glasses.
Listen here, don't
start
disrespect the
too
Whiskey Conversation Podcast.
Just look, he was invited to the show.
Cause we know that we bring
Be lucky I showed up.
we starting early.
Okay. Well, chill. We ain't even there yet.
Man,
Till 9?
yes, I know.
Fired.
I know you hear some extra voices. We do have some beautiful ladies who have joined us today.
Some juice goddesses.
Juice Goddess.
Why is his mic always the loudest?
It's out.
Low key, though.
I told you he got a remote in his pocket, bro. He cut it up, man. He got that remote. He cut his own volume up, man.
Calvin Jam with the quiet storm.
But yes, we do have some lovely ladies joining us. We have Miss Tamara Bird. Say hello.
Shea Butter, baby.
What it do?
He's not always so loud. He's got that bass.
You heard the nickname.
Shea butter.
We got Miss Brittany Bullock in the building.
Hey everybody.
What up, Bitty B?
She's sweet now, but give her a minute.
Don't do that.
Give
Oh,
her-
yeah.
Okay.
Let
Excuse
him
me.
It is.
Excuse me. And we have Miss Kiara Frazier.
Hello.
We told her at 9:09,
909.
What time is it?
and it's 10, a little after 10.
30.
And
But she's faithful.
She got
made
her
it.
on
She did
time.
Arlington.
Got her on time,
If you
dressed.
stay ready, you don't have to get
be
ready.
ready.
Hey, that's a word right there, bro. That's a
Snap
word.
fingers.
That's a word. Oh.
Okay.
Just wait on it.
So as y'all can see, there's a lot of heat. There's a lot of heat and tension in the room already. But we invited the ladies on because this is the battle of the sexes episode, and we're going to discuss everything that men and women can't agree on.
Okay.
And so, when we started our first episode, one of our failed attempts, we discussed gender roles.
Which failed attempt?
The very first one. Was it
1,
the first
2,
one?
3, 4, 5, or
Was it
7?
the first or it was the fourth?
It was like,
You gonna say four?
yeah.
No, it was second. It was two.
Yeah.
But yeah, we discussed gender roles, and we got a lot of feedback when we went live, of course, from the ladies. So we decided this time we wanted to invite the ladies on the actual podcast and jump in here with us. So, gender roles, fellas, y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Because I think
Let's
these
get
ladies
it.
ready.
Let's get it.
I'm sleeping.
Mike is still so.
You got a high mic, bro.
That's every time.
Take your remote control.
Every time.
out.
He's not that important.
Let's go, wild card.
He's pretty good. Hey, y'all noticed that he made sure he had them buttons open today?
Yeah.
We said we gonna have the ladies here.
Bro, don't play.
Y'all know-
He knew what he was
y'all know-
doing.
I know the buttons stay.
He knew what he was doing.
That's not his norm, because
It is.
That's why he.
Thank you, Shea Butter. Thank you, Shea Butter.
That's his-
He got that. He do got that shea butter.
That's why he was late. He was downstairs hitting his last set of push-ups
Get out in there. That's
Got
what you
it.
doing, bro?
in that thing.
Yeah,
See him coming up the elevator like, oh, I forgot the ladies
We out here, though.
This
We
is
out
for the
here.
ladies. But yeah, so gender roles.
Mike, where we started?
What do y'all think about
Well,
it?
he's starting it off right
Well,
now.
go ahead, jump in. You wild card.
Start
You
with
look like you got
something
something.
No,
to
the
say.
ladies. I want the ladies.
What a
Ladies first.
gentleman. That was a different side.
Yeah.
I want Miss Brittany Beeson. She here tonight.
Nah, we're gonna save her for last because y'all. We put the wild cards down
Imagine
there
put it on fire
for a
already.
reason.
Yeah,
Then why am I on this side?
We put that's what I said down there.
Okay.
We should have actually
You
put
done
you
toned it down.
between.
Okay,
Yeah.
you done mellow
We
that
should
out.
have.
Shea Butter, Miss Carrie. What's y'all
And the cream
take
and the
on?
coffee.
So, what do
gender
y'all
roles?
take on gender roles in today's society? How do y'all feel about it?
That's a good one. I really don't feel like it's really a gender role. Either you're gonna give 100% or you each way. So if a man is gonna pursue a lady, he's gonna pursue her in all type of aspects, and that's the same for a woman. I don't feel like just because I'm a woman, I have to wait for a guy to text me or take me on a date. If I'm interested, I should show that same interest. So
You speaking Jacob language?
Yeah, that's Jacob.
You speaking Jacob language?
We were all looking at Jacob.
You speaking Jacob language?
Jacob does not approach women.
That way.
Does not approach.
Jacob was ready to give her a $5 bill and everything. Did y'all discuss this before y'all came?
we
No,
didn't.
okay. Because that was Jacob. Like Jacob was like, shit, I ain't got to shoot. I'm in there.
Right, I'm like, did he write that?
Yeah, that was all Jacob.
I
I gotta lay the
layups.
context though. I gotta lay the context for that. So last time we talked about gender roles, right? We talked about is it okay for women to shoot their shot, right? And a lot of people disagree. A lot of people think that the man.
No. We didn't disagree. You said you don't approach or you don't shoot
I don't.
at all.
I don't. I don't shoot my shot.
So clear that up.
Okay.
Now
All
continue.
right. So
on.
I don't shoot my shot because I'm afraid of rejection, right? So I don't put myself in a position to be rejected. I don't ask women to go on dates. I don't ask them for their numbers. I just wait for them to approach me because that way, at least I know they are interested. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't.
So,
No, we don't.
But a lot of men think that. Well, a lot of people just think that the man is always supposed to pursue. But a lot of people will argue that hey, it's 2018. Like if a woman want to ask a man out, she can ask a man out. If the guy wants to ask the girl, he can
it's
ask
the
the girl.
wording though. You have to have the right wording. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you wanna? Hey, are you free today? What you want to link up?
She giving you the segue
So-
to say yeah, and then
Because at that time, like, you guys don't have any boundaries or no expectations. I'm just a friend trying to get to know you. Everybody I meet is not going to be in Boo and Bay. You may just be somebody I get some context from or grow in that moment. You may just be a seasonal person for a night at Kona Grill. But
Reasons
then-
I don't shoot my shot. no, keep going. Reasons I
So
don't shoot my
it doesn't
shot.
necessarily mean just because I'm interested in you, I'm looking for you to wife me up. It may be I just see something in you as a friend. Like I just want to link up. I don't have any expectations because going in with expectations, you're gonna leave with disappointment.
dropping gems.
Dropping gems already.
Say, brother, what you got?
We ain't even 10 minutes in.
Because I need. What does Biddy have to say about this? Because
She the wild
She
card.
got it.
you didn't have a look on your face the
She
whole
got
time.
it's brewing, ain't it? It's brewing, ain't it?
I want to hear this. Come on.
Oh shit.
Here it comes.
Eruption.
Boy, stop. Anyways, so I think we live in an age where if you feel comfortable enough and you feel in that place of vulnerability, then go ahead and approach that person, right? Because it's all about your intention.
Male or female?
For anybody.
Okay.
I can say for me personally, I'm probably less likely to go up a man and shoot my shot. But have there been in situations where I have and been like, yeah, like, let's go grab drinks or let's go to dinner? Like, because I'm interested in your story, or I'm interested in something about you. And to your point, everybody I come in contact with isn't someone that's going to eventually be a boo or a bae or anything like that. Sometimes you just genuinely have to get to know a person. Like, I'm a fan of coffee dates. So let's meet up for coffee and let's talk, because if I can't make it through this little coffee situation with you where I'm just like, nah, I'm not feeling it, how am I going to make it through dinner? How am I going to make it through anything else?
Yeah.
So I think that it just has to be whatever space you're in. But if you feel like, yo, that person right there, I want to get to know them, like, you just have to put it out there. And if someone rejects you, okay, that's fine, because somebody else ain't. You can get 9 no's and that one yes be lit. So, I mean, Jacob, we talk about this all the time. I tell you to man the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
See, now she done put me out there. She done put me out there.
We all
We
trying to-
all done told you that.
It's
We
out there
all
now.
done told you
It's out
that.
there now.
I mean, I think that's all cool both ways. I just think a lot of men these days
Yeah.
give it as an excuse as to why they don't have to approach you. I don't mind approaching a man. I don't mind being
Because you're secure.
yeah, that's fine. But I feel like that's the norm these days. If a woman, if we're in a room and I see you from around across the way and I catch eyes, there's a 99% chance I'm gonna have to come speak to you.
That's a lie.
No, no, it's not.
With
That's not
Jacob.
true.
No.
With Jacob.
that's true.
The
Where?
Jacob
That's
disclaimer.
where?
What you said true.
Oh,
okay.
that's accurate in
In
Jacob.
general.
That's
In general.
accurate for Jacob.
Not just for Jacob, in general. 100%.
It's crazy because this is supposed to be the battle of the sexes, and I feel like this is everybody
I
against
love to hear
Jacob.
that, but I have
Y'all love
Because if
in
we
years,
lock
I
eyes,
haven't had that
I'm
happen.
on it. You know what I'm saying?
Personally.
Well, you
Yeah,
speak back
That
in
has
the
not
day.
happened to me. Doesn't happen a lot to my
got it.
girlfriend.
You don't
Some
have
of
to
them,
do
yes,
that.
but
Yeah.
like I'll be walking like no. Even when I have resting bitch face, I know that.
Yeah.
So I'll be like,
It's
you know,
the
hi,
cutest.
and still nothing.
Oh, can't co-sign on that?
Co-sign on what you want
that's
to
a
do.
Jacob
Yeah,
problem.
he gonna tap me on my
I'm
side.
saying, so y'all saying that women approach men,
that
more
church
than men approach women?
No, I don't think we're saying that. We
Women,
didn't say
women
that.
approach you more than you approach them. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Because you don't approach.
Because I do it that way.
But to go back to her, most women, once we eye you and give you that look, that's your way of saying.
How many eyes? How many times do you?
How many times do we have to like look?
We're gonna give you that look like, hey.
If you don't
Okay,
know the
what's
look
an-
by
what's
now
an
and you
example
almost
of
30, I don't know what to
I
tell
mean,
you.
because I'm not trying to like eyes with none of y'all, so I can't really give you the eye.
No, like camera right here. Get out here.
Get a camera. Get a
It's fair.
Like camera's right there.
Okay,
Get a camera.
like-
I can't give the camera the eye like this.
why not? Somebody out there is looking, and they want
It,
you.
man, and y'all know the look, man. When a
You just
girl,
look at
when
it and
it's
smile a little
it's a
bit,
look
like,
of
smile,
interest.
you
You
know?
know what I'm saying? You know, she said she
Okay,
had the resting
funny.
bitch face.
But that resting
it goes.
bitch face, you be like-
No, it goes beyond the rest. Yeah, that's a
That look is don't talk
That's
to
not
me.
the real look,
Yeah.
but you could tell
That
when
fake
someone's
smile.
like.
You know,
Y'all get
you know when
look,
somebody
fake
interested,
things
man.
these days.
I mean, these are.
You just ain't seen the look before, Brian. That's all
If
it
y'all,
is.
if y'all
Nobody
need,
has given you the
y'all really need a
eye.
class on the look. Do y'all really need a class on
We
the look?
good. We good.
Y'all really need a
let's
class.
move past that. Once you get the look, how do you properly shoot your shot?
Hello.
You walk up.
Say your name.
Hey, how you
My
doing?
name is.
Jacob.
Y'all gonna make
You,
it sound
you
that
find
easy.
an introduction.
No. Because that's what everybody do, right? Hi, my name is Carl.
Okay.
No.
Hey, how was your
Why
day?
you pick the nerdiest name? Why you pick the nerdiest name,
Y'all
man?
corny. Like nobody do that.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. If your name is Carl, you really probably don't have game. Not a name
Man.
with game like.
Someone
Yo,
named
girl, my
Carl
name's
out there
Carl.
really upset right now.
Carl, we sorry,
He
bro.
might actually have some.
Carl,
So what
Carl,
you
we
so
sorry.
Jacob, what you saying is you don't approach one because you don't like rejection,
Right.
and two, it sounds like you don't know how to
You just don't know what to
introduce.
say.
No, but I'm asking. Do you start with a compliment?
Well, so
Do you
let's
open
do
with an introduction?
exactly. Let's do this. Since we have the ladies, ladies, how would you like
How would you like to be approached?
for a man to approach you?
First of all, don't touch. That's
Okay.
Touch the thigh.
no.
Oh, what?
Like,
Not that.
no.
What if I went like
Sir,
this?
what? Okay, that's maybe,
No.
you know, but it just
Oh, see,
depends.
even
It just
that
depends.
shaky.
Question.
Just real shaky.
Don't
But you don't need
So,
to check.
like,
You don't have
she
to
said
touch
don't
someone
touch.
the first time, though. You don't
Jacob
need
was
to.
probably getting them noses because he used to be approaching chicks. Hey, Slim, how
Bro.
you doing?
What's
Hey,
up,
you.
shawty?
What's up, Shawty?
So
Say
question.
girl. Say girl. Say
Let
girl.
me holler at you for a minute.
Say girl.
Let me holler at you.
So you would mention don't touch, but if it's like in a really crowded situation to get their attention, just hand on the shoulder, like excuse me.
Yeah, that's
That-
fine.
See something like
but
that. It's not
above,
invasive.
like you don't have
Yeah.
to touch the.
Nah,
Because like shoulder, that's not
Like-
Nah,
invasive. It's
I
just-
will say on the women's behalf, I apologize for men because I'll be out spectating and as a dude.
Really? You do that?
Look, as
No,
a
Renzo
dude,
Deuce is
as a
ignorant,
dude,
though.
I feel bad for y'all because there's
Yeah.
a lot of dudes that
Deuce
like
is
literally
ignorant.
like pull y'all by the waist
Oh
or
my
like grab you by a whole
God.
forearm. I'm like,
And then try to touch
damn,
your
I'm
booty
like, are
on the
you
slide.
can you be a little bit more subtle with your
That's if you have a booty and nobody at this table does.
Ooh,
So
first.
let's go ahead and
Dang.
she said they be grabbing you. Listen,
Jacob want all the smoke today, dude.
Never.
Brittany hit him with them eyes,
You hear
boy.
me?
Jacob on-
Because you
Her
don't.
face is not.
I said I was on one tonight. I
Jacob
wasn't.
want all the smoke.
Clearly.
dude.
Yeah.
Jacob
He
want
must
all
got
the
rejected
Right.
today.
Nah, he just needs some love in his life.
No,
Being rejected made me bitter.
we know where Jacob Payne comes from. We uncovered that in our second episode.
What's the name?
Listen, we don't have enough time to go back down that road of Jacob's pain, so we gonna let that be.
It's a deep.
This
I ain't
episode
bitter.
has just
We
become
gonna
about
let that
Jacob.
be.
No, that's like a warehouse of luggage. Like
yeah.
we
Yeah.
can't carry that to that.
So,
Yes.
Brittany, how would you like for a man to approach you?
Jacob, are you listening?
I'm taking notes. I got my phone out.
Shit.
But Jacob don't approach.
click, 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 click.
No, I think it's got to do like what kind of setting are we in, right?
Okay.
So if it's something like a
What about a
network,
networking event like a happy hour?
okay, cool, like a happy hour. Like I don't think there's anything wrong like with walking up to me and be like, hey, I want to introduce myself. Like see you from across the room. Would you mind going to grab drinks with me or coffee with me? Like, it's so simple. It's really not that hard.
Okay, so this is how you approach. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. That's what you saying? I saw you from a.
All right, moving on.
No, I'm asking. Should I just sing that?
This is
When I-
Yeah,
No.
go ahead, Jacob.
this is what you're in the box to see.
Sing that this next time.
You know the
Come on,
crazy
now,
thing
and then
is,
come back
say
and
it.
let us
you know the crazy thing
And then
is though,
crump while you doing it.
you'll catch a few doing that though.
Yeah, you will.
You'll catch a few
probably
doing
like
that
that 'cause
they
because
go
it's funny.
They like that.
You broke the ice, bro.
Corniness
Yeah.
wins or something.
And you gotta
Corny
it's
does
like
win
it's
a
a
lot.
respectability. Like approach me with respect.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gotta.
Respect in your name?
Yeah, put
some
all the respect on my
respect.
All of
name.
it.
All the respect.
Don't approach it looking at a chest.
Don't try to grab
Why
the
you looking
thigh
at me so
pie.
hard?
Lead the
That is
thigh
the
pie
word of
alone.
the night. You and this thigh, the thigh pie is the word.
Thigh pie.
Thigh pie.
Thigh pie.
Okay.
All right, Brittany, I got a question for you. So he had mentioned the setting of a business networking happy hour. So if you're walking in there with that business mindset of like, I'm not looking for anybody, I'm not looking to get numbers, I'm looking to grow my business, build that. If someone comes in and they are trying to get to know you personally and specifically, like how does somebody deal with kind of that situation? Because you're going in there with a business mindset, but this person is like, oh, I'm kind of feeling them. I want to get to know them a little bit.
I still think it's about approach, right? Because that's definitely happened before where I've been in those type of situations because that's where I spend most of my time, like in networking events or other events. So it's kind of that's in the space that you have to catch me in. So if I've had that where it's like, hey, you know, I know we're networking, but would you mind, can we exchange numbers, exchange information, and just go from there? Because you never know.
So do you think a networking event is an inappropriate place to meet people?
Oh, if I was a man, I'd be at every networking event, like shooting shots.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes, this is true.
You
All
cannot
You
bring
gonna shoot your shot at a
anything up
funeral
basketball related.
Shit.
You cannot bring up anything basketball related around Calvin, or he gonna
man.
turn it into basketball.
Michael Jordan says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Like Calvin could be in a funeral home, and he gonna shoot his shot.
No, fact.
He has no shame. Like there's no shame.
What you saying actually for? You crashing funerals, bro?
Bro, weddings, funerals,
Oh.
birthday parties, graduations.
Bar mitzvahs?
Every,
You in there, huh?
in there,
Quintinas.
swimming.
in there.
Quintinas my favorite.
You know, I wouldn't say that like that because
I'm sure people not saying love.
That's-
Them aunties?
No, that's gonna raise
that's,
questions.
that's not the right comment in this
Yeah,
climate,
that is
this current climate, this day. You know, nah.
It's
I
people
do
that
need
not
a sugar
found
mama,
love
though.
at funerals.
I
yeah.
need a sugar mama.
Oh, with the 401k plans, you gotta
I
have
mean,
them.
I need a sugar daddy that doesn't want
I need to
any
refill
sugar.
your drink because you sound
Oh, good luck.
thirsty.
Good luck with that.
I know.
Wait,
I
I didn't-
Yeah. Hold on, hold on.
You want a daddy or a daddy?
Good luck.
Mike,
have a daddy.
since she brought up the sugar daddy
I don't know
role,
if I could say
can we get to the other
I
hot
just don't think I
topic
could
that was on our?
Go ahead.
If we on gender roles.
Go ahead.
Now, granted, Mike the only person that's married in here. So when we look at
Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my wife. I love you, baby.
another thing,
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me get my shout out. Like, shout out to my wife. I love you, baby. My kids, y'all better be at home sleep.
Nice way of like stealing
All
the mic.
Go ahead.
Always.
One of the things that we talked about with marriage, because granted everybody does their household differently, everybody has the mindset. When it comes to marriage, what do you guys think about the financial responsibility with things within a marriage? As far as with gender roles, what the husband should do, what the wife should do, etc.
And I got quiet.
I guess for me it's different because I'm a single mom, so a lot of my responsibilities are already on me. And I feel like it goes back to me. I only can speak for me. I need to be secure in myself because I have to be your backbone. So if you can't make it this month, we need to still be secure and make sure I have your back. So I don't feel like it just relies on the man that he has to pay the rent, he has to pay the car note. No, babe. All right, you got $1,500, I got $1,500. How we doing this? What needs to be paid? How we budgeting? What are we investing in your business? What are we investing in my business? What's going in the savings account? Because at the end of the day, if you fail, I fail. And if we fail, then our family fails. So I don't really feel like I have to write down and say, husband, this is for you. Wife, this is for you. No, this is our household. So how are we going to keep our household afloat?
Gentlemen, that is Miss Kiara Frazier.
That's Kiara.
And we're going to cheers to that.
Follow her on IG.
Fellas, notice she said single.
She is single.
Single.
That is Miss Kiara
Single.
Frazier breaking it
Single.
down like it can only be broken down.
And if
Shea
we had
butter.
Balcones in her cup at this point, we would say,
Listen, we are whiskey sponsorless this week, but we love Balcones, and so shout out to them for the whiskey they
still got
provided.
glasses.
We're still using y'all glasses, so Balcones, we love y'all. We need that baby blue in our
Shout out
life
to the
next
Plastic
time
Cup
we
Company.
Here we go.
Right.
listen.
Plastic cup girl.
They tried it.
Listen. So much disrespect on this podcast today.
I could bring some
Shea
glasses from my
Butter,
house,
what you got
like,
to say about that topic?
This name is hilarious,
I know.
though.
I freaking love
Because
it.
If you shake her hands, you will understand why I call her Shea Butter.
my skin is really soft.
I can't.
Why you say it like
feel
that,
the
though?
Shea Butter.
But the way she said it, my skin is really soft.
So now when people see you in public, they be trying to like.
They don't be trying to touch on me though.
Shea Butter.
Don't try to touch me. I'm very serious.
Shea
Don't touch
butter
me.
with the thigh pie.
Right. But don't
That
touch me.
RBF came back. Don't touch me.
But no, seriously, don't touch me.
Just try it. Just say you tried it.
No, just don't.
Just don't.
It's fine.
What you got for us, Shea Butter?
I think I completely agree. I think it's mostly you're coming together as one unit. So it's not really about your money, my money. It should be our money. And so whoever makes the most money, if they can't if it's not a situation where you can do 50-50, then that person may have to do a little bit more as far as like rent or the bigger bills, right? Or mortgage. And then the other person would have to do like the electricity or whatever else. Like it's a partnership. It shouldn't be you are the man or the woman and you're making this. So like, no, it's one. So we should go into it as one.
So I definitely agree with that, and that's kind of, I guess, how my household works as well. But I do, and I think I said this when we did talk about this, you have to find what works for you. Mm-hmm. You might have people who agree that, what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. Let's put our stuff together. And then you have some guys who are old-fashioned and women who are what we call old-fashioned. And the man likes to take care of everything and like, okay, babe, that's yours. You keep that. I'll take care of the bill. So I think you have to find what works for you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Not to Biddy because she got
I seen the face. I looked over there just in time.
And then Brittany, on to your question.
But I said that's not how my household is. We're equal. We're equal distribute like the ladies mentioned. But I'm just saying, people in a relationship, I think different relationships have to find what works for them. But you look like you had something on your mind or you had something to give.
I think, well, for me, I just have a little bit different perspective because I was raised by a single dad. Okay. So for him, he was like, never date someone that couldn't financially take care of you. Okay. But also don't ever put yourself in a place that you depend on that. Mm-hmm. So I've definitely, I have an older sister and I saw her go through a divorce. And when he was taking care of the mortgage, taking care of the bills, doing all these things, and when he decided to leave, it was, the little job she had was to go to pay for clothes or other things she wanted to do. But then when he left, that put her in a drastic space. So I definitely think if that's someone that I decide that is my husband, I very much feel like, yes, that is the leader of the household. That is someone, can you lead me in the right way, financially, spiritually, emotionally, everything. Do I want to put everything on you? No. But do I feel and there's some specs, if I can't look at you like you got me, then that's the problem. So I think, too, it does depend on, who you are, who you date, what you want. I don't think a man should have to cover everything because, we should be their backbone. We should be able to support, babe, you a little short, I got you. In the same way, if it's just music. I just want to do something for you. We about to ball out and go to Bali because I want to take you to Bali. I should be able to do that too. So I think it's what type of lifestyle you trying to have, what you trying to do, and everything like that.
Shout out to these women, boy.
Hey, listen, if you're trying to go to Bali,
they all single too,
right.
fellas.
We don't even need to be here.
Oh, wait. Well, that's a good point. So let's bring this down to a lower level, right? Because we just talked about marriage, and I feel like we're all in agreement. When you are dating or courting someone, is it the man's responsibility to always pick the bill up?
No.
So that's an interesting thought. So
they all single, fellas.
Yeah.
Because you just dating. You ain't in no
so
relationship.
Hold on, real quick. So that's an interesting thought because I read something today. Or not today, but the other day. I wrote it down. So, but the 90-day rule, right? So we've heard this in terms of women.
What are those?
You don't even approach nobody, so relax.
I was going to let somebody else get them because I didn't want to do it.
They approached me, though.
But hold on. So
That's like an excuse, though, too.
That's not an excuse.
That's low-key. Low-key whack. It's low-key whack.
Yeah. Right.
But anyway.
Why not? Why not just go speak to them then? Why not change it up?
rejection.
You gotta get out
you
of
get
there.
rejected in your business
Well,
on a regular basis.
hold on.
So why would
Come
you not
on,
just
man.
go ahead and,
Well,
We're going to let Mike continue. We don't have time to counsel him on this episode.
Listen, because we definitely tried. We definitely
don't have time.
We definitely tried.
Mike, continue.
Skip this?
Y'all really just
No,
tried.
Mike, continue.
Have we tried to counsel?
Yes, we not about to finish the episode.
He don't want to hear from us.
Numerous
90
failed
day rule.
attempts.
Continue, please.
Numerous failed attempts. So the 90-day rule, right, is normally when a girl, I won't say withholds, but well, yeah,
She don't give up that ass.
Exactly. Okay.
Just keep it real.
Yeah.
So the no thigh pie action. Yeah, you're not getting nothing. So if a guy had a 90-day rule where he didn't spend any money
That's fine.
for the first 90 days,
I remember that meme
Nah,
too.
fuck that.
But
Yeah.
that's
What's wrong with free dates?
Mike. Where's you?
Dates are fine.
I want to say, where'd you see that ignorant meme at?
it was on.
I saw that
it
on
was
Facebook.
I've
it was
seen
on
that
IG.
before. I've seen it before.
I saw it on IG.
But at the same time, I don't think you can equate spending money on a date getting ice cream, going to get something to eat. You can't equate that to sex. Like that's
Not
two
the same.
totally different things.
Not the same at all.
That's two totally different things.
Not the same.
I think that's sometimes like dudes just trying to be extra
They're
about
looking
stuff.
for a dependent.
Yeah.
But isn't it what they value
No.
equally?
Yes.
No.
Because I feel
Yes.
like most women.
spending money too.
But
Gas in
but
my
I feel
car.
like the reason I say that, right? So
No.
dudes mostly, we be out here slinging that thing for anybody. We don't care, right?
These are true facts.
We don't care.
Disagree.
Of course,
Steph also.
of course, Saint. You know what I mean? But sorry,
No.
Saint Elmer.
No.
There you go.
Gentlemen.
But but mostly we out here slinging that thing, just whatever. We hitting whatever, willy nilly. We out there. You know what I'm saying? But it was. But girls, you know what I'm saying? That's your pride. I mean, some of y'all be out there. But anyway, that's your pride. Yeah, that's your prized
Sounds like a
possession,
general
and
conversation.
so the value placed on that, it might be the same value
It
that
is.
men place on money. So that's
it
where
is.
I guess the equivalency comes in. I'm not saying I agree with it. It was just a question I'm
I
throwing
mean,
out
but
there.
it doesn't go together at all. It's not. It's not on the same thing at all. As when women have sex, you're letting a man enter you. You know what I'm saying? You're entering my body. So like our souls
That
connect.
sounds so like biology.
You know what I mean? So,
I mean, it's a fact.
So, like,
It is a fact,
It's a
but
fact.
intimate part of me. So how is that
money. I got you.
like on the same level as money? And if that
So
is,
money
then
changes.
you also have the wrong one
I-
because
I
that's
agree.
just not it.
I think that meme or that idea comes from dudes that date women that are into them for money.
But
And
let's
that-
be
that-
clear.
that-
money
that
makes
come-
you more attractive.
No.
Money makes you more
Nah, it
attractive.
do. It does. We not gonna lie about this.
Yeah.
We're lying tonight.
Because no,
went over
because,
green about it.
because if Lil Wayne was a regular person walking around in Dallas,
Oh.
What about what?
hey, money make him attractive to somebody.
Definitely.
Yes, it does. Money make him attractive.
What
to
did Jay
somebody.
say? There ain't no such thing as an ugly millionaire.
Floyd Mayweather. Money makes
you
him attractive to
Ugly
someone.
Floyd is still not attractive. Like,
And you
there's
still
just,
give him a chance.
Hey,
Come
Okay.
on.
so
So you have
if Jay Z was a regular dude
Okay,
in
but
Houston,
Jay-
do you think Beyonce would be with him?
Not too much on Jay.
She got it.
But do you think Beyonce would with Jay? Do you think Beyonce would be with Jay if Jay wasn't established financially
Y'all really
and
don't-
have all the
And
success?
you can't throw like it's Beyonce.
Beyonce.
No.
Okay, then the money makes you more
No,
attractive.
this is
Y'all
This
lying.
is how
No, money puts you
I-
in different
I say this.
circles. Like
Yes.
a
It
man,
makes you more-
proximity. Like who you
it's
close
a
to.
difference between a man and a grown man.
Mm.
A man
was
is
deep.
somebody that's just by age.
Oh, you gonna snap?
A grown man has substance, and a woman that's secure with herself is not looking for just a man. She's looking for a grown man.
grown all the way.
So
So
would
my thing
Beyonce
is-
be with
well, wait,
Jay Z?
but-
Does a check come with that?
That's my question.
Does a check come with that?
But let me finish.
Does a
You
check
can't
come
put
with that?
Beyonce on
But
this.
this is the
Can't.
difference.
No, you can't.
I look at and this the ladies can agree. When I date someone, I'm looking how I can benefit you in all aspects.
But you a good woman though. You a good
That's not the
solid
usual.
woman.
That's
That
not
ain't
the
the usual.
Stop
not the usual.
categorizing us good women with women, women and grown women.
But where are
some
these-
women are just women because of their age and they go to work. But grown women, we secure if you walk in or you walk out because at the end of the day, it's not about being independent. I don't need a man. But if you can't provide for me mentally, then how can you provide for me financially?
I
Because
mean,
you're
this
not
is
going to
true.
have a business plan. You're not going to think on your toes. You're not going to be able to change when something happens. So if your mental and your substance is not there, how are you going to make $2?
I got a question for you. So, for me, the definition of a man is different because I am a man. But from a woman's perspective, what is the definition of a man? When do you change from being a boy or a guy and you change into a man? What is your definition of what a man is, and when that changes?
When he doesn't have to depend on what society or what someone else thinks about him. I look at a man that at the end of the day, if this cup is all I have in front of me, what can I make out of this cup?
But y'all been complaining about them plastic cups though.
I mean, but that's not right. Y'all have nice cups.
know,
but y'all have glasses.
Bro, she's going to even ruin
But
this.
this is the
man.
But this is
This
the
is a
thing.
grown man.
But this is
That's facts right there.
All I'm saying,
the grown man.
Some of y'all are plastic cups.
Yes.
And a man
Don't categorize
Hold
us.
on. A grown man would have gave me the glass,
So, yeah, I
but
didn't-
as a man, you gave me the plastic.
In my self defense, I didn't know y'all had plastic cups till we sat down. I
Jacob
Well,
grabbed.
Jacob gave us-
Let me
Jacob
say
gave us
this.
the
So,
plastic
if
cups.
money doesn't make you more attractive,
Jacob did that.
Money doesn't make you more attractive.
That's a lie.
If I pull up
That's a lie.
You
like
to
that.
sidebar in a 2000 Ford Focus, I'm gonna get laughed at in that Ford Focus.
You got gas.
Right. But you have a reliable means of transportation.
If I pull up to sidebar, the same night, I'm gonna pull up in the Focus, I'm gonna walk off, I'm gonna pull up in a Porsche that's tinted. Don't nobody know it's me. I bet you more women or more people flock to that car because it's value.
But
Like
what
money,
Yes, that's
money.
not the right type of woman
that's
that you're
not the
looking
woman.
for.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's the right type. But when it comes to women, and I swear this is the most perfect analogy I can do. If Gabrielle Union was Gabrielle Union from Oak Cliff, we still gonna find her fine. Like she gonna be fine 99.9% of the time with any dude.
Facts.
You get Lil Wayne from Oak Cliff, he gonna be ugly,
He's still
ugly,
Not
It's
attractive.
still not.
98% of the time.
Till you get that check.
But
Always
he's
sounds
worth
like he's-
millions, and he got some amazingly beautiful baby mamas.
Cause that check.
I mean, but some people just chase clout too, though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
And
even matter. It's not a thing of money.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think when we said that, as far as like money, I think that's us speaking for
For y'all
ourselves.
personally,
Yeah,
yes.
Yes, because I mean, when we talk about like the same way, like you might see a girl that's like in a busted hoopty, but then she pulls out in a 2-seater like dope BMW, like heads might change a little bit the way a man looks at her, like, oh, she might be on her stuff. So that's a human nature thing. I'm saying for us
But
personally.
that's just how body is.
Yeah. Like for us personally, I think what we're saying is that if you put a man in a room and it's like, yo, you might be a millionaire, but you lacking substance, depending on the type of woman you are, you might like, yo, there's a man right here who makes $1 million, has no substance, but here's a man who makes $40,000 a year and is deep as black water. Like it depends on what type of person you are and what you're looking for.
So
And I
Brittany,
find
if
that
I
to be
pull up to
true.
your house in a Pacer,
You're not coming to my house. That's first.
if we going on a date, if we going on a date, and I come to your house in a Pacer to pick you up,
I don't even know what a pacer is.
watch Martin.
Wait, hold on.
But
That's an X right
That's
there.
the X right
That's the
there.
X right there. She don't know more.
Like you, will most guys are choosing.
Hey, we had this conversation. You lead
Most of
into
y'all are
another one.
choosing what Love and Hip Hop is giving y'all,
No, I agree
and you
with you.
overlook the woman that is not the typical of what it is because it doesn't match the lifestyle that you're trying to portray. But
I
when
agree with you.
when you know yourself, you don't have to agree with society. You know yourself that at the end of the day, I don't need what is not going to be the hit of 2018 and then 2020.
Right.
I need somebody that's always going to be the same and benefit me in 2018 that they do in 2020.
I mean, I know people
agree
that'll
with
like hit 10s but only wife like 7s.
Oh, yes.
Like-
Yes.
But no, I agree
not-
with you. That was one topic we discussed maybe a couple weeks ago, to where I said, and I made a post on Instagram to where, like, y'all are
Nigga, you wish you
under,
was thick as
y'all
me.
go under a lot of pressure as far as like
wish.
dudes. A lot of expectations are set towards she need to look like this, she need to look like that, da da da. And half the dudes that want that prototype
Don't look
ain't
nothing
physically
close to
attracted
that.
themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel that it's more so. There's
Shout
a lot
out to
of
the Big
pressure
Belly
put
Brothers.
on y'all. there's a lot of pressure put on y'all
Is that a squad, bro?
by a lot of guys that
We in here, baby.
don't.
Our
I guess
season
work
coming
on their
up.
own
I can't.
physical physique or physical appearance to match what they want out of a woman.
But I can say that could be the same thing about some women too.
No,
though.
women do that. But I'm saying
they be like, you need
there's
to-
a lot more pressure on y'all though.
But they
That's what I'm
pressure us
saying.
in other areas. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be physical appearance.
So it could be like, hey, he needs to have 3 degrees,
Right.
drive
You know
a
what I'm saying?
25
Well, they just
call pressure.
They
cars,
just
have own
bougie.
5
Think that.
houses. Like,
What?
I think there's expectations from both sides. Like, and then a lot of it comes down to entitlement.
Yeah.
As well, like what men feel they're entitled to and what women feel they're entitled to. Like,
Facts.
so I
Super
think
facts.
it's on both sides.
I think
Super
all of
facts.
this makes sense, but there's a lot of things that one thing that I don't think we're touching enough on. And for me and where I'm at in my point of life is like your mental. Like, have you looked in the
Yeah.
mirror and dealt with all the shit that you've gone through from your childhood to your last relationship to your crazy baby mama
I'm not looking
and
for a
everything else?
project.
Have you decided to be like, okay, I am this way and I necessarily do not like this and I'm going to fix this? Like, that's what matters to me. That's what's going to make me attracted to you and be like, okay, well, you know, even if you're not the 10 in my eyes or what I would necessarily expect, I'll give you a chance and I'll be like, okay, let's talk.
But how much time are you willing to give to find that out about a person?
That's what I was about to ask.
Because
too,
That's a foundational
yeah,
question.
what if you're the person that helps them break through all of that?
So this is my line to this is to a woman that's trying to be my friend or a
It's the
man.
truth, though.
You never know what a woman is okay with. So if you come out and be honest and say, this is what I have, this is what I'm going through, don't make a decision for me. Like, let me make that decision and say, I want to deal with this project
That's the
of
truth.
trying to screw you back together and things of that nature. Don't just give me clout until
Jacob, we know you hurt, bro.
You know, you look like a
we know you got
bobblehead
a lot of
over
pain
You see
going
him shake
on.
like a
We know
bobblehead.
you got a lot of
Bro.
pain, bro. We know
No,
your
I'm just
pain.
saying, but nobody's
he-
gonna do that
he
up
took off the
front.
glasses.
What man on the first date
But-
is gonna tell you about all his issues and insecurities?
I'm thinking
Ain't nobody just gonna be mad.
Nobody's saying the
Who
first
said
date.
first date, though?
First date.
You
We
can
see
do
who
it
doesn't
in
go on
3
dates.
months in the 3-month time frame, but you can talk about it.
Yeah.
You
So
can
it's a
bring that up, and
foundation
like
thing.
you said, just give us the option. Give us the option.
Conversation. How much time are you willing to give?
I think that's a natural thing, though.
That's a natural.
I think
Yeah, it's,
you don't be
yeah.
you're not open with someone to express like personal stuff unless you like get that vibe and that chemistry with them to know like, okay, she's solid, like she's deep in thought. She's not just going to take what I say and kind of like twist it or use it as like to downplay my character or downplay my past. So I think that's based off once you get to know that person and you feel their energy and feel their vibe, then you kind of have that conversation. And it's a mutual conversation because what you say, she could have went through the same thing. Like you may have had a bad relationship,
That's real.
going through something with your parents. She could have went through the same thing, and that way y'all go through it with each other.
I've got a comment on that. We had mentioned this earlier. We were talking about substance, and this is the analogy that I got. The bigger the bell, the louder it will ring, but the more empty space there is on the inside. So if you're
Hold on, repeat that.
the bigger the bell, the louder the ring, but the more empty space there is on the inside.
That is
So
Austin
you
at
would-
Gentleman's Avenue.
So you had mentioned before, like if you show up in a Porsche, if you show up in a Mercedes or something like that, you're trying to make a big sound. You're trying to walk in and get attention. But there's nothing on the inside because you are projecting your insecurities.
Overcompensating for sure.
Exactly. So if you've got that kind of money and you're smart with it, it doesn't really matter. But there are a lot of, and we know this, in Dallas, there's a lot of $30,000 millionaires who are trying to project this lifestyle.
He
of-
snap, boy.
They're trying to project this lifestyle of something that they're not, or they want to be, but they're not okay with themselves.
Shout out to LA.
And I will say, yeah, and I will say that if you are confident with yourself, it doesn't matter if you have no money or anything. If you're smart with what you have, that's going to be more sexy than anything. Being a man, being a woman, if you know who you are and you're grounded in that, and you're not trying to impress anybody. Because personally, for me, I don't dress like this because I'm trying to get chicks. I'm not trying to get money. I'm being me. I've only got one me to live with. So why am I trying to impress people that don't bring value into my life, and I have no idea who they are, and they're not going to be in my life again?
This is why
Dropping
Austin is a
gems,
fan
dropping
favorite.
gems.
This is why he the fan
Pass the
favorite.
collection plate, please.
Hey, Doc Cornette, you gonna toast to that? God
Hey,
damn.
and on that one, man, we're going to end it on that one, man. We're going to have these ladies come back. Y'all all right with staying for a little bit longer? We're going to do 2 episodes. All right, we're going to have them come back. We definitely appreciate y'all for joining us. Shout out to Elevator Relief, this beautiful studio that we are shooting in.
Shout out to Elevator
Blasted.
Relief.
We cheers a lot, ladies, as y'all can see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy
Shout
y'all
out to
some
them.
glasses.
Yeah, that's gonna be our gift.
Y'all gonna buy some glasses? You know, we appreciate that.
We
you
accept
know,
donations of liquor.
They said they was gonna buy
and
them
bottles
some glasses.
and glasses.
Oh,
Don't worry
him?
about it.
Okay.
No,
Maybe maybe
I
Val
actually did say y'all. I said
I'll take
y'all.
mine.
Yeah.
I'll take mine.
But real
in your
quick,
mouth.
ladies, go ahead and run through, introduce yourself, and tell them where they can find you.
You can start up. You can start up.
Brittany, go ahead.
Nobody need to find me. That's why I'm like nobody.
No, go
need to
ahead.
find me.
No, you good.
Get
Here we
your
go.
social medias and
Ooh.
everything.
Why are you doing this? Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at the wow. Why do you have your phone in my face?
Don't be that close.
Right, the Brittany B _
How do you spell Brittany? Because you can spell it like 10 different ways.
Spell it the right way.
Jacob
It's
spelled your
the
name wrong.
BRITTANY.
Jacob spelled your name wrong in the group.
Every time.
Yeah, he
Every
does.
time. Come on.
He does. You can't trust him.
Tell us what you do, because you do a lot. Real quick,
She run down.
Brittany.
No, that's facts.
She does. Shout out to her.
Tell us what you do real quick, because
Okay.
we only got a few minutes.
Okay. Let's see. 9 to 5, I work in human capital consulting, and then 5 to whenever we get done with things like this, I basically help people who are trying to 9 to life. So living their and like you're in corporate, you have passion projects. Like how can you take both of them and be successful? So that's from everything 9 to life and catching flights. That's what I help people do.
Elevator pitch ready on deck.
It's in my bio. It's in my bio.
Shea Butter.
Shea
Shea Butter. Shea Butter. What you got?
Yeah, you gotta change your handle now. It's gotta be
Shea Butter. What you got?
Put it in the bio.
Okay.
I might.
You can follow me on Instagram at Tamara Nicole, TamraNicole.
Make sure you get it right.
Yes, no extra A. I am sometimes 3. I'm a personal shopper at Trunk Club. We're a personal shopping service owned by Nordstrom, so I make custom clothing for men, and I style both men and women off the rack. I'm an influencer, a lot of things.
One of the flyest women in Dallas.
I was just about to say, Tamara be dressing her ass off, so y'all make sure y'all go check her out, man. Miss Frazier.
Yes, so you can follow me on Instagram at @agirlwithlupus_. I own a 501c3 bringing awareness to lupus. I suffer from it, so I'm bringing more awareness to our community here in Dallas. So
Shout out.
yes.
Dope. And we, like I said, we definitely appreciate y'all. We're going to take a break, and we coming back for part 2 of this, y'all. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining the Whiskey Conversation podcast. Hey.
Tamara, what's your
Don't worry about it.
Shea Butter.
Shea Butter.